It's Craig with LazerModels. Today we're going to go ahead and build the Firetruck. This is one of the more time-consuming models that we have. The directions were written distinctly to make it more difficult. So as we build this today, there will be some shortcuts I take that we don't follow the directions on to help you get it built faster. It does not change the outcome of it. It just makes it a little more quicker for you. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is we will start following the directions at the very beginning. First off, separate the pieces, like style pieces. You can go through the directions and see, okay, the flag goes together and stuff. You know, in certain pieces, that's why I know these go, because I went ahead and separated them. But anyway, what we've got here is the one with the little lights. And so we're going to glue those two together, and then this glues on top. And then just a little bit of glue on the top. And set that to the side. The flag. We're going to keep the flag faces out, so okay, there's the flag. Next thing's going to be the steering wheel and the steering column. Just like that. So we set that there. Now the tires. So we have 4 outer tires. For the front tires, we're only going to have, set these to this side. We're just going to do the front tires right now. That's going to be our front tires. So just like that. Alright? So what we do is on the outer one, glue on the inside, put it together and twist it. If you notice, I only put glue halfway because I twist it and it spreads it around. There's that one. Let's set this to the side. Alright, so that goes ahead and does the front two. Now the back ones are a little different. So you're going to do one more full set like this. So let's get those done. And we're going to go ahead and let these dry for a little bit once we're finished, so they don't get knocked off. Now, we've got 4 and 2, so these will glue like this. All right? All right, now what happens is these are dualies for the back, so we put a little spacer there. Now we don't glue the spacer in, but that's what it's going to look like when it's put in place. It's just like that. For right now, I'm just going to let those dry, and then I'm going to build the seat in the next step. These are our two backs. They're identical, so it doesn't matter. One's got door hinges, one doesn't. Doesn't matter which one goes where. So, what does matter though is which piece you put on first. You have to put the seat on before the back. Okay? If you put the back on first, you can't get the seat on. Now, some of you littler guys aren't going to be able to do what I'm doing by doing both of them. So, you can do that, or you can just do one at a time. I just do it this way because then I can set it down. Okay, so those are in place. Now these, you can just put a little bit of glue on the bottom of each one, and then just on the top. And again, it does not matter which one goes where. They're identical. So again, a little bit of glue on the bottom. Set it somewhere to let it dry. Now let's grab the fronts of the engine. There's two things I want to do here. One, we're going to glue the fender wells onto them. But before I glue the fender wells on, I want to glue the steps. These go in here. For you block that off. Now, you need to be careful here, because if you put this too far back, you can't put the piece on. If you put it too far high, the door's not going to work. You have to line it up with this bottom corner here, just like that, or push it in a little bit, but do not lift it up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of glue on both of these. And then they fill like that. And then just set it down real carefully, and then you're going to put glue here. These are going to set on top, and they're going to set flush with the bottom down here. Okay? Okay, there's that one. Let's do this one now. Remember, you need to be careful not to block the edges and stuff for this. Let's make sure the back one's in far enough. Yeah. Okay. And again, one more of these. There's that. Those look really good. Now there's two more fenders we need to do. So you got this piece and this piece. And again, you want to line them up with the bottom. Set that over there. That can set over there. Now, that pretty much finishes the front page for right now. We will come back to these in a minute, but let's go ahead and keep working. We're going to start building the body of the Firetruck. So these two go like this. You got patterns over here, so like this. We're going to need this piece here, face down, and then we're going to need to keep back 300 feet face down. Okay, this piece here is going to go here, and same thing here. In a place like that. This back piece will end up sitting inside that slot. Now here's the thing, this keeps moving. Okay, there's only one way to fix this, and the next step is it. You have to, in this, when you're doing this, you have to follow through on this step. If you don't, you could end up with a mess. Don't let this dry. Take this piece, it goes in to the slot down below and back here, and what that does is it makes it where it's square. It can't wobble. Okay? So let's take this all apart. We're going to set that there because we will use that. So, first off, glue there. Glue here. Just like that. Make sure this has the text facing up, like this. If you ordered a custom Firetruck with names and stuff, this would be one of the pieces that is replaced. So grab that out of your specialty bag along with the two sides, because those will all be custom. You'll be throwing these pieces out. So glue here and here. And those go right there. Now this piece again is going to go into this slot down here and down to here. So glue on the front. We don't need glue on the side because it's going to automatically hold itself together. In place there. A little wiggle here to get it in place. Push everything together. And then we've got, on the back, we're going to have this piece here. Glues just like that. The reason I'm doing it this way is to let these wheels dry. And after this step, we're going to go back to the wheels and then we'll come back to here. Okay, this is very critical. These are used for the top that slides. So you want to make sure that you don't get glue all over everything. These will go right here, one on each side. Okay, so glue here. Glue here, and then just dots along the way. Okay, this piece goes all the way to the bottom, to the front, and pushes down here. Okay, now dig out a little piece of wood and just run it gently across this top. And what that does is any glue that built up on the corner, we just scraped out. Okay, so this one's going to go here. Again, all the way forward, all the way down. Take the little piece, see all that glue that's right there? It doesn't matter if it comes out, it just needs to be smeared down to allow it to dry. Okay, so that's those pieces. The next step, we'll start building the fire engine, so we're going to go ahead and set this to the side. We're going to go ahead and bring the axles forward. So we're going to go back to step 4 basically. You have 2 axles. You have a narrow one and a fat one. I'm sorry, a narrow one and a long one. The long one is for the rear tires. The front one is for the front tires. You have 2 different ends, short, long. Long ones are for the rear tires, short ones for the front tires. Basically what's going to happen is these are going to go here and you're going to push them in. Okay? So, tire here, glue there, just like that. Okay, they roll. You want to keep pushing them together, make sure they stay together. And now this one here, remember, they're a little different. You have a flat side and a set inside. The set inside goes here. Okay? Then you put the little spacer, another flat side, and then this piece will slide on there and push in. Now, these do lock a little bit. The rear ones is when you slide them in. So you just want to make sure you push it all the way in. Now the tires won't roll really well. Let me redo that. Insert, down, and then the flat side. They won't roll really well until they're on the Firetruck. They do wobble a little bit. It's just the way the design was done when I built it. Over the years of building, I've learned better ways of doing it. And so that goes like that. So now we have officially finished everything on the front page. These 2 steps, we're now going to go ahead and go to this step here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building. You know, before we start building, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break, let this all dry a little bit more, reset the cameras, and then we'll go ahead and finish. I won't be doing any work on this. Our timer on our cameras just only allows us to work so long until they shut off. So anyway, I shall return. Alright, I'm back. Cameras have been reset. We're ready to go. Nothing's been changed. We're going to go ahead and take the 2 front pieces we made. That'll be this side and that'll be that side. We need this piece. This front. This one. and this piece. All right. Let's see, where do we want to start at? Well, right here we have a little piece that's sticking up. Normally this won't happen because the laser cuts everything, but it looks like there was a little burr sticking up. So once in a while you're going to have a X-Acto knife. And kids, if you have these problems, have your parents do it. Don't do it yourself. You can get cut if you don't do it right. It's just not worth it. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this put together. We're going to go ahead and put glue here. And this goes into the two slots on the side. Now do the same thing. Remember, that's why this had to be in. You want to make sure it was in far enough for you didn't, for you could still do this. If by chance you have it wrong and you put it out there, just take the knife and just cut some of that wood back. Just shave it back and you'll be able to put it in. All right, now this piece is going to go onto the front and then lock in. Okay, now okay. Take a couple pieces of wood, put it right there. Because what's happening is this piece can't go down all the way. So I'm going to do one side at a time. Put this back in. Oh, it doesn't go down there. Hang on a second. That's where the problem is. I did it wrong, sorry. I missed. The grill does not sit in these hooks. This does. So, my bad. Sorry about that. That's going to go right like that. There we go. Let's re-glue here. Leave it bent out some. There we go. All right. There's a little bit of glue sticking out there, so I want to take one of these, just scrape the glue out. So the glue is gone from there. So we're going to go ahead and this piece here will go in here, slide forward. This piece goes down here, and this piece will go right here. Okay? So, okay, there's that. So that piece is going to go right there. It only goes one way, so you want to make sure this tab goes in all the way. And then this is going to go into there. Let's turn this sideways. Like that. It's been a while since I built this one. So there we go. I want to let that dry. And then we've got this piece that'll glue right onto there. So just like that. And instead of putting the axles in right now, we're going to do the other side real fast. So that's going to take this piece here, along with this piece. Now if the piece won't slide in, it's because this bottom piece is pushed in. This piece here is pushed down a little bit. It runs right up against the side. So just reach in there and push it down. It'll pop in just like that. So kind of slide it forward. This will go in just like this. So we're going to turn this sideways. Glue here. And again, this would be one of the pieces that if you custom ordered, you would pull out of the bag of the custom ordered parts. Now this little piece will go down here, and this piece will go into here and down. So a little bit of glue. Okay, so back into that slot there. Down, and push that in like that. So that finishes that box there. So now we can go ahead and put the axles on. It's easier if you flip it over. These have the little notches that will go into there. These arms will rest in there. So you only need to put glue on the top part. Okay, same thing here. Okay. They're going to be tight at first. Alright, so there's that. Everything's sitting good. Alright, So that finishes that page. We've already done part of the steps on the other. So now we're going to glue these pieces in. These are little ladder holders. They're going to go right there. So just a little bit of glue on each one. Okay, and then there's going to be this piece that glues here. The notch goes towards the front. That's where the flag's going to set. Now in this one you don't want to put a whole lot of glue because this piece here goes here and will slide in and out. Real quick, we're going to go ahead and glue the handles on these. That way those can be dry by the time we install them. Alright, so those we'll just set to the side, let them dry. We also have, oh, there we go. We also have pieces that go into here. This piece here goes here. So you just want to put glue on each side. And you don't want to put it in too far. You can put it in this way or this way. I like it this way because it just shows more of it. Okay, just like that. And if we tilt it sideways, we can do it this way. These little guys go here. So they'll go right there. And there is no right or wrong way. And then the only other one this one kind of sticks out a little bit. It just wanted to make it a little different. Okay, let's set that over here for just a second. Let's see what we got to do next. Alright, we're going to install the back. Curved corners out. There you go. Okay. This piece. And this piece. No glue on those. We have 5 floorboards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. We have to put glue on both of the axles, or the frame. These do go in a certain order. Number one is going to be right here. So you angle it. And you push it all the way down. That's number one. Number two is back here. Number three will be this one here. Number four, be right there. And number five, is the last one. There we go. The seats go in and back. You got a problem with these boards down here. I think what happened glue here, here, there we go. These pieces go in before this. If by chance you put the seat in and it dried, you can always cut these and just put them in afterwards. Alright, so there's that. We've got this and this. This becomes the door hinges for the front. Make sure you do put it this side on the driver's side. Go. There's the steering wheel in there. We need to glue these in now. Now these are going to go ahead and rest here and to the top. So up here. So what you want to do with the glue is put it towards the outside edge, like that. Okay, let's do this one. So it's going to be the same thing. So glue towards the outside edge only. And it will smear out and up, but that's okay because you want it to come up instead of in. Okay, so that works perfect. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. And then we're going to go ahead and work some more. I don't want to take a chance of those getting pushed down, so we're going to go ahead and let it dry right now. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, we've gone ahead and let this dry and stuff, so now we're going to go ahead and go to the front of the Firetruck. We're going to go ahead and put the roof and the windows in. The front windows here. You have a low end and a high end. If you put it in this way, it fills down here. If you do it this way, you have a gap here and the roof won't fit. So you want to go ahead and have the small gap towards the top. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue here and there. Okay. This piece here will glue to here. Right like that. This piece has two little etchings on it for little roof windows. That piece will go right there. Now here is another one you want to be careful with the glue, because we have doors going to go in there, and so we don't want the glue to ooze out onto the door. So just make sure you run your finger underneath here on both sides. Just make sure there's no glue in there. The light bar, you got lights both sides, it just glues onto this middle section here. Okay, the flag goes into this spot right there. You can glue it in or you don't have to. I won't glue it in because when we take them to the shows, I take the flags off. Okay, we're going to get to the doors now. The doors always seem to be the hardest thing to do. And what I mean by that is this would be that side, this would be that side. This one's easy to do. I'm going to show you how to put that in with the hinge piece. The front one, you notice you kind of hit there. So you kind of just have to wiggle it a little bit. And then it'll just kind of click into place. Okay? Let's do that again on this side. So you're going to put it here, and you're going to wiggle it, and then it'll just drop into place. Now this one has one of these little hinges. So what we do is we put it on here like this. Put it in place. And then we have to wiggle it. My hand keeps getting in the way. Sorry, folks. And we have to wiggle it till we get it inside this little slot. And I'm just doing it really from a tough angle. And it just goes like that. So let me take that out. So basically it's going to go on there. We're going to put a little bit of glue in here, and we're just going to work it into that slot. So let me get the glue in there. I'm going to close it part way once we get this front corner in. There we go. Just like that. Right there. In and closed. See, once you get the glue on, it slides in a lot easier. It acts as a lubricant. So here's this one. And right in. There it goes. Alright. So that's the fire engine. The back works. The ladders come on and off. So there you go. I appreciate the time you spend with me. I know this was a little rough video. It's been a while since I've built one, as you could tell. But if you stay with the flow of things, you'll always be able to take things apart and put it back together. And I really appreciate your time, appreciate your purchases. Thank you so much.